Here at the Gaelic Center, welcome to Big Ten Network Hoops. It's the 5th all-time meeting between the Wisconsin Badgers, entering ranked 24th in the nation, and the USC Trojans, two teams playing their best basketball of the season. Would start for the next 15 years, at least in terms of the consistency they've had.
No doubt.
And a scramble off the opening tip, and it's USC in the gold with the ball first. Desmond Claude scoring 22 points a game in Big Ten action, more than anybody in the league.
What hasn't changed for Wisconsin is on the defensive side. Still disciplined, man-to-man defense, same principles, just playing faster on the offensive end.
And a turnover for USC. USC coming off a game against Iowa, which they scored 99 points here in a 10-point win on Tuesday night.
Well, one area to keep an eye on today is back-to-back turnovers to start this. Well, they go to him. He doesn't play a lot of minutes, Cohen, but he starts, and when he does, they go into him and see what they're going to get early.
Blackwell walled off by Claude, and Yates intercepts it. Yates all the way to the rim. Wow, what a spin.
He is a talented freshman, and again,
now here's Crowell.
No double, just stunt. Crowell's got to go.
Klesmit, who returned to the lineup in Wisconsin's win over. Only game a Wisconsin starter has missed all year long was Klesmit against Minnesota.
Well, what's interesting in talking to people around this program, Wisconsin, is how everybody's accepted their roles as St. Thomas knocks down the mid-range. You know, Klesmit was in line to be kind of the main guy this year and be the leading scorer, and now he's the 5th leading scorer, still starting, but just the fact that everyone's accepted what their role is why Wisconsin has been so good.
Oh, Winter on the follow, but there was able to recover it.
I like USC's defense here early. Sharp, engaged, good activity. I had a feeling, and we highlighted Claude and Tanjay. We're deep enough into the season now as Blackwell knocks down the 3 that they know what we're going to keep you in front. We're not going to pressure you so you can get into our body and get that contact. We're not going to put you on the foul line because we know that's what you want. We'll see how that plays out today.
Albo steps in for the 2.
I think he's earned the reputation of what, so now he's going to have to do that. Counters. Blackwell gets to the rim. Counters for Abo are show it, put it down.
From 3 than from 2.
Which if this team gets the 3 ball going, look out as Blackwell knocks down another one.
He is heated up now. 3 straight baskets for Blackwell.
Speaking of league, but it's certainly working. And when you transition style of play, it's not as easy as it seems. Wisconsin's really good offensively this year.
Kevin Patton off the bench, and he draws the foul on Jack Shinicki. His first. Patton makes the first, and the Fox Sports app. Patton gets both.
Great start here. Couldn't play early in the season, but coming on now, he's going to add a lot of value, especially on the defensive end. Smart player.
Well,
makes you really hard to guard when you can shoot, though. It spaces the floor. You got defense has got to close out, and then it leads to that what we just saw.
Guess what? He made the free throw. Maybe the best free throw shooting team in NCAA history. That's the pace that Wisconsin's on.
Good looks is going to be what you have to do against this good Wisconsin defense.
In rhythm, Winter knocks down the 3.
If your bigs can shoot, again, my point earlier about spacing the floor.
Great ceremony for her at halftime in Seattle. That's coming up. Meanwhile, here in LA, it's been John Blackwell, who has gotten off to a fast start. He's getting a rest right now with his 11 points.
You know what it's been, though, guys? Amos knocks down another 3. It's what we knew coming in. All 5 starters in double figures. It's been every
turnover. St. Thomas.
USC's got to pass it, not dribble it.
Yates goes in and gets fouled.
At the same time as ours, Purdue, Oregon right now in Eugene. Monster game up there. But he can score, Slacker, but I think he's looking for more of let's get organized and move the ball and start trying to get some better shots than we've got to turn on Tanjay.
And Tanjay looking for some space, but gets cut off. Amos, Crowell. 4 on the shot clock. Amos bullies his way in and draws the foul. It's on AG, his first. And so what is the secret?
He hasn't changed anything. He just said we recruit good.
Checking in on Abo. The help comes and opens it up for Crowell. And he connects.
He can do that.
Graphic a moment ago on the screen. They made 3 of their first 5. Here's Slacker, not shy, and it comes off to Thomas.
He got 18 tonight at Penn last year, so he can put it in the hole. Hasn't gotten a huge opportunity here.
St. Thomas with the first 3 of the game for
The Trojans needed a bucket, 2 or 3.
They called it a 2. So John eagle-eyed.
Eagle-eyes, that's what I've been called.
Now St. Thomas trying to get in on Tanjay.
Strong Tanjay.
He's not giving up
him
any ground. So Slacker will try a 3, and he makes it, and is fouled by Crowell.
So well that sometimes it's other guys that you're not really focused on the.
Claude sniffs it, and he takes the contact but can't finish, and here comes Blackwell out of the pack. Klesmit in transition, and this time he knocks it down.
Probably spent a lot of time in shoot-around talking about not putting Desmond Claude on the line. Go vertical. If he makes it, so what? But we're not going to let him live at the foul line like he likes to.
Claude gives it up. AG gets fouled. Denied hardly by Nolan Winter. His first foul, and taking it back at Wisconsin trend.
Drop it off to AG. Spray it out to shooters. That will loosen the deep smaller guys on him. So if he can get in there and just go.
A good offensive team and still being really strong defensively.
Accountability. If you don't guard, I know we're transitioning and we're playing core free on the offensive end and all that, but if you don't guard, AG knocks down the 3. If you don't guard.
Clutch free throws in the final seconds. Kamari McGee gives it up to Klesmit. McGee down to the floor. We've got a foul called on McGee. 82% on the year.
Johnson's treating this free throw shooting like a no-hitter. Like nobody say anything about it. Work on it, but you don't talk about it. And I think the opposite. Like they're at 85%, probably ahead of the schedule. AG goes coast to coast. But when you're going this good, you don't want to talk about it either. Getting guys' heads, just let it happen.
I got the sense the superstition came more from you than from the Badgers.
Well, I think because I think what I just said, they don't want to talk about it. They just let it happen.
Oh, Blackwell. Wow.
9 of this half, can he make an impact? He can shoot it.
Here's Blackwell. He's done it all offensively for Wisconsin, or at least he's done the most. Everyone's got in on the act. Owen Winter.
I like that.
Nice.
I really like that.
And good touch.
You know what I liked about it is he inside on the deck, got to 2 feet, went left shoulder finish. That was a nice play by Winter.
He's got 7 points. Ornery could have taken that 3, passed it up, and creates Yates' opportunity, and he gets fouled by Gilmore. The first on Carter Gilmore.
Set up by the ability to make that shot.
Yates was thinking, he had an 83. Jordan had an 83% free throw season at Wisconsin. Yeah, career 78%. Here's Yates. Tough shot.
Yeah, that's what he does. Respect for him. They need more of that. Generating offense on the drive.
Wisconsin led by as many as 15 in this first half. They're still shooting at over 56%, and that number goes up as Kamari McGee.
He's their leading scorer, but they got a lot of guys that can score.
And Blackwell averages 15. He's handling the ball right now. He's got 14, and Yates fouls him.
That was a freshman foul right there.
Notice he is.
That's the scouting report, though. I've been talking about it this foot. So how is he going to score in other ways?
Shot clock off for Desmond Claude. Tanjay with no points. Claude with just 4. Entered today as the most prolific scorer so far this season in conference games, averaging 22. Claude turns the corner and gives it to Abo. Abo, defender goes by, and he doesn't get the bounce. St. Thomas follows, and that's how the first half will end. It'll be a 15-point.
Claude and Tanjay are going to finish this game with 0 points.
Okay, you're out on a limb. Here is Claude, guarded by Blackwell. Turns the corner, aggressive, and right away ends the drive.
Not only scores, but gets to the foul line.
Does that mean that John Tanjay has taken the first shot on this possession for Wisconsin? Guarded by St. Thomas. Crowd.
I'd like to see Crowd go to work. No double coming. Right over the top of Claude.
And he scores.
If the double doesn't come, you have to make him pay for
on the
make the double
7-foot
come.
Crowd.
Score a couple times, then make the double come. Then you can throw it out to shooter.
Crowd's playing well with his 7 points. Claude trying it again. Tanjay in the air. And Claude crafty. So crafty.
5 points to start the second half.
He averages 16. He's been scoring 22 a game in conference play. Klesmit gives it up, and Nolan Winter, the 2 7-footers. And talking about AG, who's got 3 fouls that he's playing with. Claude, 3 straight possessions with a shot. His first miss of the second half. Blackwell, aggressive, hangs and finishes.
He started the game from, St. Thomas, but too late by then.
Don, 3 fouls for Claude and for AG, both on the floor for SC.
At this point, down 16, I think you got to ride them. I don't think this is time to be managing their minutes as Klesmit knocks down another 3. You got to keep them on there.
St. Thomas rises up and connects. He's got 9 points.
These kids, you got to string together some stops here. Good look.
Albo, dangerous 3-point shooter, and he doesn't miss that. And you know what he loved on that, Don, was Blackwell closing out on. No Trojan has hit double figures scoring yet in this game. St. Thomas leading him with 9. AG gets his miss, up again, and scores it.
Bucket here, you may see a Wisconsin timeout.
Thomas unattended, and he gets the bounce.
The patience there, though, by Yates. Turn the corner, stall dribble, put the defender in jail, just lost it.
St. Thomas finds a little space, and that's all he needs.
And in the area, and so I thought a great thing by the University of Wisconsin and the coaching staff, having those players understand what's happened here, being aware, and then helping out on Monday.
Part of they have a department, the Badgers Give Back department, and so they were able to coordinate a charity effort. Out of the timeout, that stops the big run from USC a bit. Wisconsin led by as many as 19 in this half as McGee hits the side of the backboard.
Well, Crowell, again, I know I've said it a couple times. He has to make them pay for putting a small guy on him down there.
St. Thomas instead goes at Crowell and draws the
defender comes, then you could kick it out.
Of the game that Wisconsin just played at home against Ohio. Here's McGee giving it up. And Klesmit can't hit it, but an offensive rebound winner. And he goes back up to score.
Nice patience.
AG. Gilmore goes over him to score.
This is the NBA thing that's trickling down to college. Everybody's switchy after starting the game so well. It's a pretty good look for Blackwell.
1 of 8 in this half. And AG, a foul against him. And that's his 4th. He was getting boxed out by one.
You wonder if the lack of John Tanjay is showing now, because we're getting deep into the game. He hasn't scored. He's not even in the game right now.
Claude down the middle, into traffic, and 1.
It's so
entering play. Fan base in the building today. Good SC crowd today as well. They're making some noise.
Where's Wisconsin going to go?
Klesmit right to the rack.
The veteran Klesmit. Big basket for Wisconsin to stop the bleeding.
Klesmit joins Winter and Blackwell in double figures for the Badgers. Albo trying to get into Klesmit, trying to get away from Klesmit.
Pretty good defense by Klesmit.
Blackwell hits the gas, and he scores, plus the foul. He's been perfect at the free throw line. That's his first miss of the day.
A minute ago.
Past the midway point of the second half. Claude creating. Defender in the air, and AG scores. I like it. Klesmit finding his way to 2 points.
Beating Desmond, kick it out, and continue to run offense. Wasn't a good shot from Thomas.
Mismatch on height. And Crowell gets fouled.
You go to Crowell down there. If he tries to score to close this game, throw it into him, make USC adjust and bring a second defender.
Yates was his fourth. So 2 Trojans on the floor right now on the verge of fouling out of the game.
Good shot.
Claude from Thomas, and Blackwell met him in the air and is whistled for the
here. So a transition throughout the season for him now than it was to start the year. I think everybody's grown into their roles and what's been asked of them.
Albo stepped out on the near offense. Trying to do his Claude impression.
Tough shot.
And it's tracked down by McGee.
I just think I understand what they're trying to do with the athletes that they have, but once you get down there and you get stuck, just kick it out instead of forcing a shot up there. You would say they just go get it off the miss, but they're not.
Yates, 7 points all in the first half. Until now, his first basket of the second.
You see how strong he is.
Defenders have been living in the paint for their baskets here in the second. Blackwell back in there. Extra pass, McGee. Cashes in the 3.
Extra passes was forcing it, Wesley Yates. Tough shots he's taking.
Oh, Blackwell, and things have settled back down for Wisconsin. And Eric Musselman takes a timeout for USC. Desmond Claude has gotten all 9 of his points in this second half. John Tonje not on the floor for Wisconsin. He's been scoreless so far today. St. Thomas creates some contact, and that is the 4th foul now on
that clock to stop and put points on the board. So
Rashawn Agee, who's also on the floor for the Trojans, also has 4. He struggled from beyond the arc so far today.
Yeah, he has.
Here's Klesmet, who's filled in on some of the scoring, finding Winter for the dunk.
Veteran, heady player. Was he going in to score and got cut off and that was the decision? Or was that the play that I'm going to drive, bring defenders, and give it up for Winter for the dunk?
Cabo, the 2s are falling for him today. And you put a game away. Under 5 to go. Klesmet.
Same play, different result.
Play since 1982. They played that game at the LA Sports Arena.
But remember, they've been in the NCAA tournament like early 2014-15 out here in LA. 10-year reunion of sorts.
The first meeting between these two was 1946, 2 days before Christmas in Madison. But you mentioned it. They're going to go. Wisconsin's going to go to the Laker-Clipper game. There's Patton, and he hits a 3.
Good shot.
Net ratings. USC 72. Now, for the moment, this would be a quad 1 win. Road top 75 win for Wisconsin. Wisconsin is 2-3 quad 1 coming into today, so they'd go to 3-3 for the time being.
Look, Wisconsin's an NCAA tournament team all day. They will be playing for seeding all year in the NCAA tournament.
The big question now, and this is something that we've been talking about probably for the last week. You really a 16 tier 1.
I think it is that, and I think we all thought that coming into the season that there wasn't one clear-cut team or 2. I think 6 sounds right. That there's a 16 first tier. I haven't seen anything here today from Wisconsin. First time seeing them live. It doesn't tell me they can't hang with the Illinois and the Michigans and the Purdues, or maybe something else going on.
It's a team that they're just one of 4 teams that averages double figures across their starting 5. Obviously not going to get that today with Tonje, but other guys have picked up. You mentioned the
making plays.
This year is when Klesmet missed the Minnesota start, missed the game 2 games ago.
Tap how everyone's accepted their role here at Wisconsin. And on top of that, you just feel like everybody executes their role. Like, this doesn't seem out of whack today. Nothing out of normal other than Tonje not really scoring. They spun things around last night, and will it continue to go that direction? Iowa, we hope Peyton Sanford. Feeling that's all UCLA needed was that type of game to kind of settle things down, feel better.
Travels, judging on
the defense
way they played today.
The big story, and we've said it all afternoon, was this change in offense that started last year and how much faster they're playing. But the defense has stayed the same. They were, for the most part, pretty solid all afternoon defensively.
Klesmet, no. He had a smile on his face. Said I had to take that one. Here comes Blackwell with an exclamation point on a banner day for him. 28. And Greg Gard, just a substitution timeout now for Wisconsin.
I thought they were going to get Blackwell for this celebration.
I was wondering.
I mean, football is a whole different animal, but into basketball and the travel and all that.
Here's Yates getting inside. When it's all said and done, he'll be in double figures. You know, USC is going to shoot nearly 50% from the field today. It's going to be a 56% shooting day for Wisconsin. And the good news, Don, I know what you care most about. They were 13 of 15 at the free throw line,
which is behind schedule for them. What is 13 for 15 percentage-wise? Anybody got a calculator?
Calculator, just do that with your brain. And you'd get 86.666667.
That's above my pay grade.
Which is actually, it helps their pace, so they're in good shape. What a win from Wisconsin. They led by 15 points at the half. USC cut it down to 3 in the second half.